Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night slash Tuesday morning Zoom edition. Markets had a bit of a recovery over the weekend and yesterday. Bitcoin broke 70K briefly, but dipped again. It's hanging around 69. Seems to be where it wants to be. Let's go to the charts. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin day chart. 68.4 now. So a bit of a dip. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, pretty bit of a spike down here. We were up to 70 a few hours ago, and we've dropped 2.7% since then. So maybe the 20 EMA is resistance, but 70K is definitely resistance. Ethereum, yeah, 2000 seems to be support, trending up a little bit, but not much. I had an email I wanted to share. This is from Banter, Crypto Banter site. And it's just about the headlines in the news, the Iran war and other things going on. Market celebrating headlines while the actual setup keeps getting worse. So people seem to trade headlines. If there's a ceasefire or something like that in the Iran war, then the markets go up. If it breaks down, then they pull back a little bit, sometimes a lot. And anyway, it's Rand is reading it as the market getting ahead of itself. I agree actually with this. The markets are really uncertain right now, but day trading has mostly been okay, but I'm stuck in two trades now, long and a short, which is unusual. So I'm not seeing as much ranging action as I usually do. More of this just sideways. So I think it's still worthwhile to set some alerts and make some trades on some good entry positions. So let's go to Crypto Bubbles, one of our free sources, and we will see what we can find. So it was mostly green a half an hour ago. Now it's mostly red. Maybe there's a headline that I don't know of that happened, but anyway, we got this weird siren coin. It's been really volatile. I tried to trade it once, didn't go well. Let's see, what else do we have? Zcash up 1.3. That's dropped a few percentage points. Filecoin maker. So let's look at. I've got Zcash up. We'll look at that. This is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart. Supply and demand visible range by Algo, free indicator that I use for support and resistance. Support the green zone, resistance the red zone. And then RTI relative trend index for entries and alerts. The RTI has dropped considerably, like straight down. So if this hooks back up, could be a long position. I think I'll turn my alert back on for this. Okay, I have one for swing trade. Yeah, maybe I'll use that one. Swing trade layout, 1 hour chart, same for support and resistance, and then SuperTrend for entries and alerts. Trendilo LSMA is a moving average indicator for confirmation. Got a buy signal in the SuperTrend, but Trendilo is pointing down, so that's not good. All right, I'll just set my alert back on the day trade layout. And here's the alerts I like to set on the RTI. Right click, add an alert. Entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, and message, crypto bubbles, and apply, sound, notification in the app on my phone, toast notification, it's a pop-up on my laptop, play a sound also on my laptop, there's a few to choose from. So apply, click create, and you'll see a rectangle here, and it'll show up here on the alerts list. So if the RTI dips below 20 and breaks back up, that'll sound an alert. Breaks above the 80 and dips back down, also an alert. So this dip and recovery is what I like for longs. The break above the 80 and dip is what I like for shorts. So trading both directions here on Zcash. Okay, and then what's the other one I wanted to look at? Filecoin. It's only up 0.5%, but did have a successful trade on this last week. All right, so it's currently below the 20 on the RTI. So if it breaks back up, that could be a long. And the last time that did that was over here. It dipped below and then broke up right about here, went sideways for a while. Then boom, almost 10%. That's a great day trade. So I'll right click on the RTI, enter a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Message name, crypto bubbles. And the sound looks the same. And there we go. That one, the Filecoin is ready. Okay. Let's sort this the opposite. See what's been beaten down. Avalanche is something I trade sometimes. Chili's as well. Ada as well. So let's look at AVAX. Yeah, so this looks kind of like Filecoins, dipped below the 20 and it's kind of going sideways. Actually, it's still going down at the moment. Last time it broke up was here and it made a pretty big move. Yeah, 8.5%. So I'll go ahead and set an alert on this. No, that's not right. Entering a channel. 80, 20. All right, there we go. Well, that's enough for crypto bubbles. Let's head over to CoinGecko. And we'll sort by the 24-hour here. Canton. Well, the coins that are actually positive, not that familiar with. We'll look at Canton, see what that is. Oh, let me finish up on this. Swing trade on AVAX. So this has a sell on the hour chart, cascading action down, Trendilo pointing straight down. So this might be one that you set an alert down here below support, say around 8.5. If it breaks down, then maybe that's when you try to ride. I'd rather get in here, but we're too late for that. But this would have been a pretty good entry. The sell it kicks in about 9:33. Trendilo, couple candles later, maybe you set an alert around here at 9:20, and then you catch this move. See if it keeps going. Okay. We were going to look at Canton CC. Um, hmm. All right, it's on Blowfin, one of my sponsors. If you're watching on the recording, check out the Blowfin link in the pinned comment. If you join, we both get benefits. You get a deposit bonus. I make a small commission. And you can trade without KYC or VPN from any of the forbidden areas like the USA. Um, that's what I like about Blowfin. All right, so on this Canton coin, it's well above the 80. So we want to wait for a dip on that. Set an alert. Enter a channel. Go with 80-20. All right. And let's go to the swing trade. Okay. Pretty good setup. But not much room to retrace. I think we're late on this one. This buy signal here would have been really good. Let's go to longer time frame then. 4-hour chart. Indicators are on board, coming out of the green zone, but only 6% to the red zone. 8-hour has really good retracement potential, but that could take a while. 30% in 63 days. Don't love it. Well, that's Canton Network. Let's see what else we got. What's Morpho? Okay, this one's more prevalent than I thought. It's on Coinbase even and Kraken. Bluefin as well. Okay, we're kind of in the middle here on the RTI. Yeah, right about 60. So you could get in now, try to bounce back here, 2.5%, not bad. And yeah, I don't know if I want to set an alert on that though. Swing trade. Indicators on board, but not much room to retrace. Yeah, 6.7 in 5 days, not bad. Let's try 4 hour. All right, this is way better. 26%, 25 days. That's pretty good. So Morpho, whatever that is, has some potential as a swing trade on the 4 hour chart. Uh, I've actually got a trade going on my Blowfin account, so which is where I would trade this. So I probably won't set an alert. All right, let's see, maybe one more, maybe reverse sort this. What's been beaten down? Fat AVAX. We looked at AVAX. Look at Cardano. It's below the 20. So I think I have an alert for this already. Yeah, I'll just use this one. All right, so I've recycled my alert from a couple days ago and got the 80-20 set up. If it breaks above the 20, I'll get the alert, and that's last time I did that, made a nice move. Went sideways and then up. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And then on the swing trade option, not good on the 1 hour chart, unless you want to sell it. Not much retrace there on the short. On the 4 hour, you set an alert on the SuperTrend, catch the next buy signal, since it's at support at the moment. And let's see. I usually use a different sound for these. Go with handbell. Click create. So the next time the SuperTrend prints a buy signal, probably happen around here. You retrace 13%, 20 days. Yeah. I don't know if that's something I'll take, but yeah, those are too long. So the day chart has lots of retrace potential. 200%, 179 days. That's not bad, but that's more of a hodl than a swing trade, I think. All right, that's CoinGecko. Let's go to our final contender, CoinMarketCap with the sentiment score. And interesting, ICP, which is something I short from time to time, is #1 most bullish with this community. CASP has been bullish in this community for quite a while too. Pepe, yeah. Some of the usual suspects. Sui back on the top 10. Bit sensor as well. Polkadot. Huh. On the bearish side, Trump has been in this quite a while. Not literally, but the coin, the meme coin. Yeah, Siren. Huh. Maybe we'll look at that one. Siren. Okay, this is not on all the exchanges yet. Oh, it's on Bybit. I could trade it there if I really wanted to. Well, it's well above the 80 here. This one's almost too volatile to trade. But if you want to, set your alert in the RTI like I've showed you before and catch that next move. Actually hasn't dipped below the 20 in quite a while. Last time it did was about a week ago. And broke up here. Wow. 300%. Okay, that's kind of amazing. Swing trade. So you've got indicators on board. Goes back to this resistance. 160% in 6 days. That's an amazing swing trade. So, I'm gonna have to look at this one. All right, well, that's Siren. Super volatile. And let's look at something considerably less volatile, ICP. And this one has dipped below the 20. Last time it did that was over here and made a big move. 4%. Not great, but profitable. This is something I'd rather short, so I'm going to set up a short on this. I don't trust this as a long. Just been my experience with it. So I'm going to choose crossing down on the 80. This one may not fire today, but go back to my 3 notes reverb. Create, so if it breaks up again, then down again, that's something I'll look at. Swing trade. Well, this is a really good setup for a short swing, but we don't have that much room left. On the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, it's a better setup for a long. We have a buy signal. Trendilo trending up a little bit, but candle action is negative, but right at support. This one's a bit risky, but 19% in 20 days, it's not bad. I don't know. Not sure about that one. All right, that's about all I have for our free sources and alerts for today. Be careful. Maybe go in smaller than usual. Be ready for additional purchases if you trade like that. Some of these might go against you and might be stuck a few days, or just maybe wait it out. It's another option. All right. Any coins to look at before I call it a day, wrap it up? All right. Well, if you're watching on the recording, please check out the pinned comment. It helps those opportunities help fund the channel. and I will see you Thursday night / Friday morning. Bye.
Okay, good night.
Bye.